Education and resources. As you can see from this slide, there are many, many different resources available to you, to the individual golfer, as far as education on the rules on the World Handicap System. The Rules of Handicapping book, which again, we will give each club one copy. There's a player's guide, committee guide, there's videos, there's on our website, posters. There's all kind of resources available to the club to distribute and to point people to the website for more information. On our CDGA.org site, we do have a hub that includes some of the items we talked about today, various different snippets, different graphics, some video. And again, just a resource for you to utilize and a resource to tell your golfers about. We will continue to communicate with golfers through our channels, both electronically, digitally, and in our magazine as we get into the golf season, and continue to try to educate the golfer. From the golfer's perspective, and to put this in review, the key aspect that you will need to remember is the golfer needs to post the score the day they play and net double bogey. If the golfer remembers those two items, the system will function pretty much on its own from that point forward. Let's finish by talking about certification requirements. Every club that will be utilizing the World Handicap System needs to be certified by June 30th of this year, 2020. The certification process is a 20-question quiz. The certification process is a 20-question quiz that each club will have to have a representative pass. 80% is the score, 16 out of 20. We're going to move through two questions right now to give you an example of not only what the questions are, but literally give you two of the answers. All of the following are true regarding playing conditions calculation except. So the first thing you always want to do is read the question before you start looking at answers. And as we go through these, which ones are true? There will be one that is not. A, the playing conditions calculation includes all acceptable scores submitted by all players, regardless of handicap index. B, it considers acceptable scores submitted on a golf course on a specific day, including all rated tees in both genders. C, it requires at least 8 acceptable scores. And D, it is conservative in nature and any adjustments will be in integer values. One of these statements is not true. Think about it for a minute. All right, so let's step through. So now we're down to 2. One of the 2 of these is not a true statement. It is A. If you remember, or if you go back and look, there is a limit of 36.0 to be considered an acceptable score for the PCC with a handicap index. So somebody that has an index above 36.0, they play on a particular day, they post the score, that score will not be used as part of the calculation of a playing's condition. All right, this second one's a little more complicated because you can see by the amount of verbiage here. So we'll walk through it. A player with a handicap index of 35.4 enters the competition. So the first number you have to remember is 35.4. They enter a competition where terms of the competition restrict the index to 24.0. For the tees being used, they give you the course rating, the slope rating, and the par. This results in a player being assigned a playing handicap of 25. That playing handicap is based on the 24.0, not the 35.4. Upon completion of the round, the player should use which value to adjust hole scores for net double bogey. So you have to digest all of that. And here's our answers. So one of these is correct. So if we go back, and we'll tell you that the key here is 35.4. Net double bogey, as far as adjusting the scores, is based on the player's handicap index, not a restricted handicap index used for the competition. So as we work through the formula, we need to come up with a course handicap based on the 35.4. So we ignore terms of the competition, use 35.4. That eliminates two numbers. Now, we work through the formula. We come out to 37.59. We add the course rating in par, 36.79, we round to 37. So the correct answer on this question is 37, and this is one of the 20 you will have. So we have given you 2 of the 20 answers you will need to pass the quiz. The quiz will be done online. We will give you the ability to log in and take the quiz. Should you have any questions, here's the individuals to contact at the CDGA. Lynn Boyd, Senior Director of Handicapping. Jody Ciotti, Senior Managing Director of Member Services. Robert Marchioni, Executive Director. You can reach out to the USGA if you would like. I would encourage you to contact us first because you will probably get a quicker answer from somebody at the CDGA. Thank you for attending this webinar and going through these various sections. If you do have any questions, again, various resources you have through the web, through our office, please utilize them. We wish you best of luck for the upcoming golf season.